Let's have a look at this question. This question talks about 8 people, CMPR, TSBK, CMPR, TSBK, live on different floors in a building which has 8 floors from the first floor to 8th floor. The building also has a basement which is 1 floor below the first floor of the building. So let me just use the fact that I'm on a computer while doing this. Of course, in your actual solving, you'll have to make a picture for this. This is the 8th, 7th. These are my floors. And okay, let's have a look further. On each day, each person returns from the building has exactly 1 lift which connects all the 8 floors in the basement. On each day, each person returns from office at either at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. All the 8 people return daily. All the persons who come from office at a particular time enter the lift in the basement together and reach their respective floors. Each of the 8 persons, when returning from office, board the lift only on its way up. Any 2 persons are said to share the lift for 1 floor if they are in the lift together for 1 floor. Further, it is also known that, okay, so basically what's happening is that they are coming back at different times. So in the table structure, you'll have to draw in this case. Even if you don't get this immediately, will have to be the different timings. 8 p.m., 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. This will be a table structure. And you obviously are trying to fit who's coming at what time and who comes back at what time and which floor does he live on. So this is the basic puzzle. So not more than 3 people return from office at the same time and no 2 persons share the lift for more than 5 floors. So this basically means that 2 of the 3 times will have 3 and 1 of the 3 times will have 2 people coming back. Because you've got 8 people in 3 slots with maximum number being 3. So A plus B plus C is 8 with maximum 3. So this can only happen if you take 3, 3, 3, you get to 9. So you have to drop off by 1. So there'll be 1, 2. So the 2 can be on the third date on the 10 p.m. timeline. It can be at the 9 p.m. or the 8 p.m. timeline. Right? So and nobody travels, no 2 persons share the lift for more than 5 floors. You have to be very careful with every reasoning question. Every statement has the implication as you start solving the question. So Chinku does not return at 9 p.m. So we don't have Chinku at 9 p.m. And he lives on the floor immediately above the one on which Rinku lives. So this structure has to be used. Rinku is just below Chinku. Kinku does not return at 10 p.m. Now, these kind of clues are indirect clues, which become very critical towards the end of the problem when you reach a point. Otherwise, at this point, these clues are not usable. So you just put this into your solving sheet and you move on. The person who lives on the floor 3 floors below the one on which Chinku lives returns at 9 p.m. So there's a person who lives 3 floors below Chinku. So automatically Chinku's floor position cannot be 3rd floor. He has to be 4th floor or above. He has to be 4th to 8th floor. And this person, let's call him X. And the person who lives on the floor 3 floors below the one on which Chinku lives returns at 9 p.m. So X returns at 9 p.m. X returns at 9 p.m. The person who lives on the 3rd floor returns at 10 p.m. The person who lives on the 3rd floor returns at 10 p.m. That means these 2 are blanks. This is not X, this is a cross. The person who lives on third floor returns at 10 p.m. Neither is this person Blinku, nor does he share with the lift with Blinku. So this person is not Blinku, not B. And it does not share the lift with B. That means B does not come at 10 p.m. also. The person who lives on the fourth floor returns from office at 9 p.m. So the fourth floor guy comes back from office at 9 p.m. Again, we don't know who this person is. At this stage, we don't know who this person is. So the fourth floor guy is not coming at 8 or 10. The person who lives on the fourth floor returns from office at 9 p.m. and he shares the lift with Tinku, who lives on the second floor. So Tinku lives on the second floor. First direct piece of information. So Tinku lives on the second floor. He comes back at 9 p.m. So Tinku got timing as well as position. The floor number is decided. Pinku lives on one of the floors above the one on which Chinku lives. So Pinku lives above Chinku. Shares the lift with Minku. So Pinku and Minku come together. While Rinku shares the lift for 5 floors with a person who returns at 8 p.m. So Rinku is sharing the lift with 5 floors with a person who lives on the 5th floor. That means Rinku lives above the 5th floor. And given this situation, Pinku above Chinku and Rinku above 5th, the only possibility for them is 6th, 7th, and 8th floors. Because if you try to put 7, 6, then Rinku will be 5th floor. Then he cannot share the lift with somebody who's coming to the 5th floor for 5 floors. The question clearly tells me that Rinku shares the lift for 5 floors with the person who returns at 8 p.m. So Rinku, not only do we get Rinku on the 6th floor, we also get that he is returning at 8 p.m. And we also get the floor positions of P and C, Pinku and Chinku. Now, this floor position, given that this is 7th and this is 6th, this X has to be the 4th floor. And that means we have a situation where X is on the 4th floor. So this is X. Now, if I do a global listing of the people and their timings and cancel things out, I'm able to identify that T comes at 9 p.m. And I'm also able to identify that R comes at 8 p.m. Either information will get we got these 2 informations. But we don't have any other direct information about timing of the other 6 people at this point. If I think about the floors at this point, then T 2nd floor, R 6th floor, C 7th floor, P 8th floor. These 4 floors are fixed. SBMK have to share floors 1, 3, 4, and 5. So my global list leaves me 4 more people at this point. So the key now, from this point, the key is to, the question has finished the clues, and you have to apply your mind to this situation and try to see how things fit in. And the key to understand the next part, is how do I place PM? Now, according to the open situations, PM can be placed here, PM can be placed here, PM can be placed here. 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. Right? Not necessarily in those 2 positions, but yeah, P can come here with M here. P can come here with M here. Or P can come here with M here, or one of the other positions here, because this is cancelled and this is cancelled. Because T is on the 2nd floor. So we have, in terms of floors, the open floors for people are 5th floor, 3rd floor, 4th floor, and 1st floor. So P and M can be placed on any of those 3 at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. by looking at the slots open on the 3 times. But if I apply the filter, which says that no 2 persons share the lift for more than 5 floors, and given that R is coming at 8 p.m. and travels to 6th floor, it means that C cannot be on at the 8 p.m. slot and P cannot be at the 8 p.m. slot, because if C is coming with R is coming here. If C is coming with R, then C and R will share the lift for 6 floors, which is a contradiction of the first clue. So C cannot be here, C cannot be here, C cannot be here also, which was given directly to us. And this clue becomes gold dust. This clue, which initially was quite useless, we didn't know what to do with it. This becomes gold dust at this point. So C cannot be here, which clearly means then that C will have to come at 10 p.m. And because P is not here, because if you put P and M on at 8 p.m., then P and R are sharing the lift for 6 floors. So it means that P must be here and M must be X and on the 4th floor. And that leaves me, this person is not B, not K. So if I look at the global list, M is on the 4th floor now. And I have to give floors 1, 3, 5 to KBS. And floor 3 is not B, not K, because floor 3 comes at 10 p.m. So this is necessarily S. So floor 3 is S. And that leaves me with floor 5 as BK and floor 1. Now, B and K are not floor 1. Is it 8 p.m., 9 p.m. or 10 p.m.? They cannot be 10 p.m. Floor 1 is also BK. I mean, for floor 1 and floor 5 have to be shared between BK and KB in some order, right? And KB are not at 10 p.m. So for floor 1 has to go to either K or B. So it cannot be the person who's coming at 10 p.m. The person who's coming to floor 1 cannot come at 10 p.m. So the first floor guy is not the 10 p.m. guy. It cannot be KB. So it's not the 10 p.m. guy. And on the 9 p.m. slot, we already have 3 people, PM and T. So the 9 p.m. slot is full with PM and T. So this person cannot be, the first floor person cannot come at 9 p.m. So it means that the first floor person has to come at 8 p.m. and it is K or B. So with the solution, you can actually read off the questions. The first question says, who lives on the 4th floor of the building? Who lives on the 4th floor of the building? So on the 4th floor of the building, Minku lives. So the correct answer is C. Who amongst the following shares the lift with the least number of people? So if you see, there are on the first on 8 p.m. RKB are the 3 people. At 9 p.m. PMT are the 3 people. At 10 p.m. it's between K and it's basically S and C. So least number of people sharing lifts are basically S and C. So amongst this option, C is the right answer. The next question, at what time does the person who lives on the 8th floor come back from office? So we are talking about Pinku. That's 9 p.m. Who amongst the following lives on a floor above the one on which Sinku lives? So above Sinku, we have Minku, 4th floor. Right, so option A is the right answer. And if Blinku comes back from office 1 hour before Pinku comes back from office, then who lives on the 1st floor? So who lives on the 1st floor? We have already worked out it's either Blinku or Pinku. This clue is actually redundant because we already know that Blinku comes back from office 1 hour before Pinku, given that Pinku comes at 9 p.m. and Blinku definitely comes at 8 p.m. But so the correct answer for who lives on the 1st floor is either Blink or Pinku, B or K, which is what we had decided or we had found out even before this clue. So this question is actually a smokescreen because this part of the question is actually useless. Who lives on the 1st floor? The correct answer is B or K, and that's the correct answer. I would rate this an LOD 2, somewhere between LOD 2 to 3. If I'm, I mean, I think basically because of the fact that this 5 floors while logic is very easy to miss in the question. And if you don't get the 5 floor logic, you will not get the PM placement at all, the PM and C placement at all. And the question will will continue to lead to multiple possibilities which will not be able to resolve. So that 5-flow logic was very critical, and utilizing that at that point, so that would push the question. I mean, if you don't see that clue, this question becomes a LOD3 question. You can spend 12-15 minutes also on it. Whereas if you see that clue, this is basically a 10-11 minute question. Still a good set. So somewhere between LOD2 and 3, I might rate this as LOD3 because of the way this clue is hidden in between. Right. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this set. And do continue your learning experience with the CAD experience test series.